Forged in the lockdown. Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, the Unfathomable quiz. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them. Today we have got with us Dave the Dull, Scientist Mel.
Hi.
Math Pig.
Hi.
Jenny.
Woof, woof.
And someone with a very, very floppy carrot.
A real tiny
What
carrot.
are you doing?
That's really a small,
sure.
stubby.
I thought you were actually holding a real carrot to your sweater. Like,
real or fake? It's really skinny and really short.
I think he's compensating, actually.
It's tapered.
Well, you think he's sized up?
I think so. I think he's compensating.
It actually got a little bit bigger when I saw Dave's intro.
Have you not seen my intro?
No, and I'm really annoyed with you, but I'm going to keep that for another time. Do you know how long I was rendering today?
No? Does it look anything like mine?
Fuck you.
It's not my fault you missed it last week.
Ow.
Did we all have a good weekend?
Oh, yeah, it was just fucking great.
It was?
How was yours?
You didn't go up into the mountains and have fun?
No, I got a cup of coffee and I sat by the Mississippi River for a couple of hours,
That doesn't
contemplating
sound too
life, liberty, and the pursuit of donuts.
Donuts?
Donuts are great.
That's a good pastime.
Yeah.
Someone
That
must have
sounds
gone up in.
ideal, actually.
And she says she had a shit weekend.
Doesn't sound shit to me.
Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the time go away.
Did you
Eating
actually make it
donuts.
out into the forest?
Time.
Time? Mel.
Oh, me. Did I make it into the forest?
Yeah.
I drove through it a lot. It was very pretty.
When you were there, did you go outside?
I did go outside. I went and I sat on I had a really nice cabin. I sat on this balcony and looked at the mountains and listened to animals, and it was very peaceful. And then I went inside Gatlinburg. By the way, don't do that ever right now because they're stupid. And they made me very angry. And I had a mask on and everything. And these yahoos might as well have been licking each other's faces for all I know with all the crap they were doing. It was terrible.
Gatlinburg by Seaverville?
Yes. And so I was out there for about a week. And these people, they're like, they have mask mandates, but just for inside. And you're supposed to socially distance as they're all crammed up together to go on the freaking like lift up the side of the mountain, vaping everywhere. And I'm like, y'all are a super spreader event. So far in 2 days, they've had an increase of 400 cases. And there's only 4,400 people in Gatlinburg, and they have over 1,000 active cases right now. So I'm like, y'all are crazy. So I'm hoping I don't have the Rona. I'm on day 5 since possible exposure, and I'm tracking my symptoms. I don't have any symptoms right now outside of the standard allergies, but man, I'm angry.
So the symptoms are going to start in the next 2 days, and your entire Christmas off work is going to be spent suffering.
Isn't that nice? As careful as I have been, I go to a few stores, and then everybody's like, oh, "Here's my vape." I ain't gonna wear no freaking mask. I'm like, I hate all of you people. I hate all of you. So I was really mad, and so I've been like yelling at people on Twitter for like the past 3 or 4 days.
Julie said, "Never go to Gatlinburg."
Why don't you move up to the north end of the country here?
I mean, that was just a getaway. I don't live there, so that's fine. but still, I was very mad.
Julie says she hopes you're okay. Love from Memphis.
Ah, thank you, Julie.
And Yuhan is disappointed that you had donuts and you weren't sharing. Jenny.
They were Boston cream pie filled donuts. They were very, very good.
What the hell is a Boston cream pie?
It sounds.
Boston cream pie
back
is this lovely custard that is injected into a donut, and then it has chocolate frosting on top.
Yes,
Not what
it's
I
like
was imagining.
eclairs.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of like
right.
eclairs. Yeah. Oh man, those are good.
If you're ever in
Sounded like we
Wisconsin
were going back to Pornhub
and
there.
you're traveling like between Milwaukee and Madison, you have to stop at a place called Johnson's. There's a restaurant there and bakery that sells chocolate eclairs that are, honest to God, this big, both in height and width.
And how exactly are you meant to eat that?
With a knife and fork. It's, but nobody does. They eat them by hand and get sloppy all over, and that's part of the fun of having them.
This
And
is
they're so
definitely not a
good.
Pornhub conversation.
just stuff it in. Did anybody give their daughter any inappropriate pictures over the weekend?
No, nobody. I did not give her an inappropriate picture. She chose an inappropriate picture. Mel's got a wonderful face. She's like, "What did you do, Matt Pig?"
Like, did I say that face out loud? I'm sorry.
I went up into the attic to get the Christmas tree, and I took the daughter up into the attic with me to get me a hand to get the Christmas tree out. And there's lots of pictures and stuff and all up there from when I was younger. And there's pictures from my mate's 18th birthday party where we bought him a sheep from a sex shop, and she didn't know. And she said, "It's a sheep, Daddy. Can I have the sheep?" And it's okay. It's just a picture, but okay. So she went home with a picture of a sex sheep.
Is it? I hope it's inflatable.
Yes, one of the inflatable ones. But she didn't get the sheep.
Wait, what's the alternative?
A live one. I don't know what. I don't know how y'all roll in Ireland. So I'm just asking.
No, so she's away home with that.
See, that's one of the features that connects the human animal, the male human animal, to all corners of the globe is sheep or goats.
Sheep go to heaven, goats go to hell. Cake told us that. So,
Ricardo says, "Isn't that Wales?"
Yes.
Ireland, the Irish have hobbies.
How big was this sheep?
It's a tiny little
The
inflatable
blow up
sheep.
one. How have
Oh,
you
it
not
was a
seen one?
lamb.
It's a lamb.
You dirty pervert.
Dave, you can take me out and oh no, I can't even get a picture. Fucking stupid thing. I was gonna say you can take me out and share a screen in my spot for a minute, but no.
Or you could ask a question.
I know, we could get to a question. Okay.
Oh, is that what we're here for?
Yes.
I forgot.
Okay, I'll put my thinking cap on.
First question. Question 1326. What is your favourite missing verse from the Bible?
This was all fiction. The end.
Yeah.
How would I know if it's missing?
No, the point was to come up with one.
Oh.
See, I thought we were getting very intellectual, and I'm like, well, I do have some things from the Nog Homedy that I could discuss.
Neslover says, okay, thou shalt not put pineapple on thine pizza. The missing 11th commandment.
I think anybody who puts pineapple on pizza, they should just not ever be allowed to have pizza again in any form.
Don't pizza shame.
Honestly, like the stuff that's missing is, rape is bad and slavery is bad, and women are equal.
Not according to the Bible.
But adding it to the Bible. That's what's missing.
Yes. Judy says, be excellent to each other and fuck the rest of this book. Maricat says, it's just a freaking book. Yuhan says, Apocalypse of Peter. Ginger Nation says, God, so you know how we have a duck. Don't get that.
And the Lord said, put no other gods before me because I'm a bottom.
You think you think Judas and Jesus had a thing? Because I think they might have had a thing.
You don't think they were brothers?
Judas and Jesus were not actual brothers. They're supposed. If you read like the Gospel according to Judas, that's a pretty interesting book where it tells a completely different story to where Jesus asks Judas to betray him because nobody would. And so Judas took a hit for the team, man. But Judas loved Jesus so much. So I wonder.
I was thinking Thomas slept with Pontius Pilate.
Maybe.
It says here, Yahweh is definitely a power bottom. Yandiri says, dropkick haters. Spooky says, and then I woke up and it was all a dream. Maricat says, the Gospel of Judas. Godless Sewing says, the part where Peter comes back with his clothes off, or maybe I'm thinking of someone I have a restraining order against.
Jesus comes back with his clothes off. You must have a thing with Peter's. It says Jesus comes back, not Peter, Dave.
I want to know what the women were
You wanna say
into who were
Peter?
hanging out at his grave waiting to get at him after 3 days.
I think they were afraid that somebody would steal the body, but I think that probably happened. So
Okay. I think I like Trans Atheist. I wish I'd bumped into them sooner. The prelude for the Bible from Red Dwarf. The characters and events in this book are purely fictional and do not bear any resemblance to reality.
I've got one. Am I allowed to speak today?
Yes,
No.
but you're not allowed to play with your carrot.
Manda just did her angry face. I'm scared.
Smiled at you, Stool. How is that my angry face?
I can't tell the difference when you snore.
I want to see you suck that carrot.
Yeah, okay.
he's not that limber.
Limber or limper?
Eat both, probably. I don't know.
I think it should start with the opening scene, with the opening titles from Episode 4 of Star Wars. A long time ago, galaxy far, far away, brackets, or for the Americans, what do they call brackets? Hypotheses. Parentheses, the George Lucas cut. Because it's a pile of shit.
Godless Scammer says,
It's just a child's movie. It's no big deal.
Not the book.
No, we're talking about the Bible.
The Bible.
Oh, that's just a child's book. It's no big deal.
Thanks for clarifying.
So, some people think it's a big deal. Godless Scammer says, he's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy.
This is true. I'm Brian and so's my wife.
The word, Dave.
What? What's the word? Which word?
Use the side chat to kick Stool.
What?
To the magic word. Shh. It's a secret word.
There's a secret word?
I'm missing something.
I'm
Doesn't
missing
matter.
something.
What was the question?
What is your favourite missing verse from the Bible?
Yeah, I answered.
Yeah.
Jeff says, and the Last Supper, the disciples argued over who has a starter.
They did have to rent that room upstairs, in the upper room. What would the starter be, though? Would it be like Baba Ganoush or tabbouleh, or what would they have as a starter?
That's what the whole Last Supper painting is about, is they're discussing who ordered the tabbouleh.
That's right. Or was it hummus? That might have been nice. With some nice unleavened bread. Dip it in the hummus.
I think that particular picture is where some guy is saying, hang on, who ordered the fucking shellfish?
Somebody got really sick that night. Shellfish don't do great in the desert, just saying.
Do you think, right, that it was at the Last Supper, they had shellfish.
They had shellfish, and
They had
that's
shellfish.
why
And the next
That's why-
day, he said, I felt that ill. He just said, just kill me now.
No, I've got all this sorted out actually, because as you know, and Scientism Mel knows this, I'm dead clever me. So shellfish, eating things that aren't properly dead, and cutting your foreskin off. I've worked all this out. I understand why they did it and wrote all this shit down. But anyway, carry on, Dave.
He's
I think we'll
working
go
on
to-
his thesis.
I think we'll go to the next question.
I didn't answer.
Go on. Go on then. Oh, everyone threw things at me. I lost track. Go on, Mel.
It's okay. I was
your
just gonna. I was actually going with the Nog comedy thing. If you've not read the Gospel according to Mary Magdalene, it's pretty cool. Jesus gives her a bunch of passwords in order to get into the different levels of heaven, and then all of the people came out. When she came out right before Jesus ascended into the sky or whatever, they were like, "What did Jesus say to you?" And she was like, "Well, he told me not to tell you guys." And they were like, "Well, you're just a stupid woman. You don't know anything." So it's just like that. All of that with the passwords to heaven should have been put in the Bible, but we're just stupid women. We don't know anything. Like all of the different bosses for all the levels of heaven, what words to say in order to get in. So all right. Heck of a read, by the way.
Apparently you're getting adverts for fertility treatments. What's that say about people that watch my show?
They're fucked no matter what they do.
Either that or they're barren.
You're pleased with that, aren't you?
I don't know what to think about that. Do they have erectile dysfunction? Are they barren? Are they, maybe they got the Rona because the Rona affects your sperm now.
Why don't you answer the question?
I would have gone with the red dwarf one.
What? I'm talking about your question.
I am. I'd have gone with the red dwarf answer.
What is the red dwarf answer?
Something along the lines of the following book is purely fiction, and any resemblance of the characters to anyone living or dead is purely coincidental.
I think that's South Park as well.
So what is a Rona doing to sperm?
Reducing the count.
It doesn't make it inedible though.
I thought it was Trump that was trying to do
I
that.
wouldn't eat it.
Dave,
Because
you
you
got one
can-
before me.
That's your choice. They still love you.
You don't want the virus is present in sperm, so you can actually contract it through sex.
John Uphead says, "How do you get a job as a sperm counter?"
Took a lot of college. Being all those parties with the frats and sororities. I got pretty good at it, and they're like, "Hey, you should do this for a living." I'm like, "Man, you got that right. I should totally."
Yet again, I'm totally not going to record this and show it to SJ.
Right, next question. Question 1327. As an evil overlord, you are expected to hold at least one advanced degree. What would your area of expertise be?
Oh, that's a nice question. I like that.
If I were an evil overlord and I was required to have at least one advanced degree, what would my line of study be?
John Uphead says flower arranging.
I don't know. I think I'm probably pretty close to that with the chemistry post-grad degree.
Chemistry is a good one, I think.
Yeah, I'd never fuck with a chemist.
Does it have to be a real life degree, or can we invent degrees?
I think you can invent degrees to some degree.
We can invent degrees? Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, because that's what you did.
Yeah, exactly what I did. And I totally don't have a giant student loan either.
Scientist Mel.
I think that if somebody is willing to take out a student loan, that they should automatically be given their master's.
No, no kidding. That almost happens. Don't pay you enough money.
That makes them great doctors.
Godless Scummer says, law. Any evil overlord almost certainly has to be a lawyer. Cold as Fuck says power wanking. Mario Cat says history. Godless Sewing says, I would build a spaceship and leave. You're an evil overlord. You have to build a spaceship and destroy the Earth.
Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
You didn't really specify that part. We have to destroy Earth.
No, you don't have to destroy Earth, but you have to do something evil. You're an evil overlord.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm not very good at being evil. Can I get a degree in being evil?
If I was an evil overlord, why would I waste my time getting a degree? Couldn't I just steal other people's?
You'd think so. Okay, but there is this prevalence that has been noticed in superhero movies and comic books and over time that so many of the bad guys have advanced degrees.
That's kind of true, yeah. Like Doc Ock and all them.
What
I don't know.
What kind of doctor was he?
Doc Ock, I think, well, depends on which canon you're talking about.
Was he a doctor of dog food,
like
or was like a real doctor?
Definitely a physicist at some point.
Physicist and engineering, like that. I don't know. I would want a doctorate in zombie viruses.
Are they viruses for zombies or viruses to create zombies?
To create zombies, but I would be ethical because I would develop a vaccine in advance, and then I would have a new world order.
Called the Umbrella Corporation?
Called
the Umbrella Corporation?
Maybe, but then I would. But see, I wouldn't be irresponsible. I would generate the vaccine before I release the virus, and then once I released it, then I'd be like, okay, if you guys want the virus, you're going to have to pass a few tests. And so, in order to be part of the world order, and one of those tests is don't be an asshole test, unless you're like super freaking useful in other ways.
I like this.
And then. But there's a loophole. If you don't get the vaccine, but you manage to go and survive in the world at least 2 years during the zombie apocalypse, that means natural selection has chosen for you. So then you can come back and get the vaccine and join our world order. I think that's fair.
I endorse scientism, Mel.
You endorse. Elections don't matter anymore, apparently. So your endorsement means nothing. Ox says, being an evil overlord, I don't have to need for any degree. I'll just force smart people to do it for me.
You just hate democracy.
Ginger Nation says, medical degree. You should see my Twitter. Trans Atheist says, accounting and theology. Doorknobhead says, what does Donald Trump have a degree in?
Real estate from Wharton, and that's literally it.
It's not even a real degree, and he did not go to Wharton business thing, whatever he says. Whatever, we're not saying that.
He's got a Master's of Science from Full Sail University.
It's from Trump University.
We'll get to Jeff in a minute. Ginger Nation says, I would get something for climate science, so that way I can make people think that climate change is fake. You don't need a degree for that. Then it says, Mum Atheist, please don't hurt me. Julie says, layer construction / architecture. Uhan says, Doctor of Thugonomics, like John Cena. Godless Scummer says, how about an advanced degree from Patriot Bible College? Do they do it? I don't think they do degrees.
I'd like to get a doctorate in the life and times of the Bronte sisters.
You think that will help you in your evil ambitions?
Everybody's got to relax once in a while.
You're going to be such a shit super villain.
Apparently, Jedis don't need degrees. Manda.
Probably psych of some sort, so I would be able to know exactly how to control and manipulate everybody. No. Okay.
Jeff,
Well, that's
let me show
okay. She could be like the Deanna Troy of evil overlords from Next Gen.
you. There's definitely some evil. I mean, Harley Quinn became an evil. Yeah.
Robbie?
Probably robotics and viruses. Or biology. Is it a biology or whatever you call it?
Nanobiology, something like that.
Oh, we can combine the two of them. Yeah, that would work. Put little guns in their back, in case the fucking antibodies try and
We
get
can
in.
get the force fields for the ants too. So,
You have nano dispersal of viruses. That might be neat. That would prevent them from like heat penetration. They'll be like perfectly encapsulated inside nanoparticles. We already do something like that with like liposomes, but if you want like metallic nanobots, that might be kind of cool. To put
Penetration without the heat is necrophilia.
It's also a title on Pornhub.
Is it?
Stool is searching right now, looking for stuff for later.
You can't find any of the stuff he likes anymore.
I don't want to know what he likes. I'm pretty certain he's probably on a couple lists.
They're complimenting your sweater, Stool.
I'm very jaunty tonight, aren't I? Side chat, do you like my floppy carrot?
Apparently, penetration is now going on the soundboard. Stool,
Yes.
what would your degree be?
I'm fully on board with Mel's answer, to be honest. I agree with her because I'm a bit of a let's kill all the idiots kind of person. However, I'm not totally evil. I'm about 89% evil. I can't go 100%. So let's let them down themselves out of
Why can't you go 100% evil?
Well, it's a bit un-British of me, isn't it?
Is it?
Have you met the British Empire?
Yeah.
Oh my god! If y'all had Thanksgiving,
I knew that would wind him up.
here.
I mean,
That would wind him up.
if y'all had a holiday for every indigenous people that you destroyed, you'd never go to work.
I've always said I would be a very kind and yet ruthless dictator. So I'm fully on board with what Mel said. Let's let the stupids just die out. But also, just for Word Pig, the national anthem, which I will insist you sing, goes thusly. Do you want me to do it, Word Pig? Because I will do it.
Go on.
Potato, 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 potato. I'm putting a bit of a Christmas slant on this one.
I love it so much.
He made the right
Oh,
decision.
you knew the word and you didn't tell me. I loved it, Stool. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm now going to unblock you on the Twitters, Mama.
Fuck you, Mom.
Right.
You should live without me, Stool.
Next question.
Dave.
Physics.
Oh, seriously, are we doing all the sciences? Because, listen, I failed at chemistry. I was really good at physics. Biology, I'm pretty good at. Be gentle with me, okay?
With your floppy carrot.
Be gentle with my floppy carrot. Don't clip that fucker.
Growing out of your solar plexus.
That's not where they're supposed to go, but that's all right. See a doctor if your floppy carrot grows out of your solar plexus.
Gary says more singing. I think he's drunk. Right. Next question. Question 1328. Should we be moving away from plastics in our everyday lives?
Seriously.
Yeah.
We should be, but we're not doing it correctly, are we? Sorry.
I don't think we should be. Not in the short term.
It doesn't say short term in the question.
Should be but yeah, but the short term I'm thinking is 100 years.
Should plastics be removed from everyday lives? Is an answer of yes. In the short term, that's different. That's a totally different question.
Well, I mean, we can move towards biodegradable plastics, and that's not a big deal. We can do that.
Even then, the energy production of those plastics is greater. This is one of those quick questions that I get stuck on because, from a CO2 perspective, better to carry on the way we are now. Use plastics, throw it in the ground.
I mean, you're still using petroleum too to make it, so.
Those are all good points.
There's too many very important things nowadays that are made out of plastic. So I think it should be reserved for specific uses. It shouldn't be allowed to be used in stuff like disposable picnic plates and plastic utensils and McDonald's cups and things like that.
Absent of there being a clever actual scientist here, this argument has lots of
The only one, Stool.
This argument has lots of variables because it's like the electric car argument. Yes, electric cars, good, but how do we get to that? How do we charge them? Can we do it? Can the electric...
I mean, stop kicking. Stop kicking him or I'll turn it off.
How come he keeps coming back?
You know what? Mr. Celery is going to make a visit if you don't stop.
It's not me.
No.
Dave is being naughty. It's not me.
It's not me. You cannot see the chat.
Actually, I can't because my eyes are bad.
Are we still answering a question?
We are.
Okay.
Manda.
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
You think the extra CO2 is worth it? I mean, just in crisps alone, the increase in CO2 of having to switch away from plastics, from using plastic
I'm not
bags.
saying, but like you said, there's no time frame on this. You don't just, cut it out entirely right away. But eventually we're going to have to anyway, or we're just going to, the ocean is just going to be, huge piles of fucking...
Well, no, that's not really the argument. There is definitely an argument for not dumping our plastic in the fucking ocean. That seems ridiculous, but that's not really relevant to the should we stop using plastic question.
It kind of is, though.
Yeah, because, it's got to go somewhere, and we're going to keep making it, and yeah, so it is.
But we can dump it in the ground quite safely, as long as we actually do that.
Not really.
No.
Yandiri says, you will never escape the plastic monster. Doorknob Head says, is plastic a material or a characteristic of materials? Let's all get stoned.
I understand that you can recycle plastic to the point of taking it back to crude oil.
Not really. It's okay. It's not your. Yes, you can, but the amount of energy involved is ridiculous. It's not viable.
We just need to get off of the crude oil, and move more towards renewable energies to sort a lot of this problem.
I'm with Julie LaVoice out in the chat. Says that plastic. Yeah, get rid of plastic. Glass is fine. What got me
again? No. Again, the problem with glass in consumer things, you are massively increasing the weight.
Yes, you are. But what got me onto this whole thing is that when they started using plastic for peanut butter jars, they eliminated the measuring cup sizes on the side of it.
Yes.
Well, I want glass back because I want the measuring cup.
How many jelly jars do you have for like drinking vessels in your counter? I know in London for a while there were a lot of hipster places. Oh, let's use these mason jars to drink out of. I was like, us poor folks in the South are just drinking out of that because that's what our jelly was in.
Yeah, I used lots of different containers for that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I like the ones from that horrible grated tree. I mean, Parmesan cheese that it's about this big in diameter.
Yeah,
about this tall. That's real good for mint juleps.
Yeah, those are, and people are like, "Oh, look, we're all hipstery using these mason jars." I'm like, "No, us poor folks in the South, we've been doing that for years."
And on those, if you save the top, you even got a place to put your straw.
That's
You just open
right.
it up and-
Like a little hole in the top. You see right there.
That's right.
Mario Cat says, yes, we need an alternative industry, though. Ox says, if it's man-made, it needs to go. That includes men. They're man-made. Julie says, yes, no more plastics. Glass is fine. Jeff says, we ultimately need to move away from plastics. Bottle of Sewing says, no, the planet is already destroyed. Party on and love someone. Yuan says, if there aren't any plastic forks, what is the alternative to a disposable not-at-home fork? Take a fork with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
Ox points out, plastic straws kill more than 1,000 turtles a year. You see, there's a solution to that. Don't give the turtles the plastic straws.
Yeah, or teach them how to use them properly.
Stick up your nose. Trans Atheist says, no, plastic will be around longer than us. After we extinct, I think. It will be our legacy, so a future alien race will know we existed. I think you're right. Gary says, microplastics will kill us. They may well do. Julie says, I have disposable spoons made of bamboo. Wood, I mean, there's certainly a lot of things from a plastic perspective you could go to wood with. But I'm not sure.
There's nothing wrong with metal utensils.
No,
they last.
But they're not. But they're not disposable. They're not disposable in the same way. Whereas
I'd rather throw a metal fork into a landfill than a plastic one.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I mean, it can be recycled in a much better way. Perhaps we should be moving to things that we think at the moment as more permanent, as recyclable.
Mm.
Glass forks. Everybody should have glass forks, glass spoons.
That won't break off in your steak while you're cutting it, right?
No, why would that happen?
Nerdy says disposable spatula hands.
Spatula
no.
hands. That's like Edward Scissorhands except cooking. Why isn't that a film, Tim Burton? Edward Spatula Hands, the best cook in London.
Because Stool owns the rights to spatula hands.
This is true.
This is true.
Very true.
You should write a screenplay and send it to Tim Burton. He hasn't worked in a while.
Listen for that.
I also own the rights to spatula carrot.
Spatula carrot. Math Pig.
Yeah, well, as I was sniping at the start, yes, overall you should. Probably more pushing for biodegradable plastics, which I'm nearly sure at the moment you can get. Yeah, that's about it. Everybody else has pretty much covered everything.
Fair enough. Anyone got anything else to add before we run away to the next question?
No.
Yeah, you need to. Did you actually answer, Dave?
Well, my answer would be no in the short, definitely in the short to medium term.
Okay.
I think CO2 is more important on a massive scale. Next question then. Question 1329. If your sex life was a country, what country would it be and why?
Jesus.
Well, it wouldn't be Poland or Hungary.
It just occurred to me, looking at the people here, it's not a good question. Stool!
The North Pole for Stool.
Never again says, what's the frozen tundra called? Ox says, Atlantis, it disappeared. Yandiri says, Germany, lots of sausage.
The frozen tundra is Green Bay, Wisconsin.
You know what? I'm going to block myself. You are so cruel to me.
You poor, poor baby.
I actually put effort into this. Look, I've shown you my little cloppy carrot and I get abuse. It's not fair.
Here's the beaver for you. Is that better?
I do love your beaver, Mel. I really do.
Put your beaver, your carrot in her beaver.
Oh,
It's called, for real, it is called the Hungry Beaver on Amazon. You two can buy one. We can thank the Canadians for that. So
You should have an affiliate link for it.
I should. It's made in Canada. I don't think you can see that. So
Randolph
great. Never
asks
mind.
if it's a Canadian beaver.
It is a Canadian beaver, and it says it's a hungry beaver.
Doorknobhead says, Atlantis. I'm all wet, yet it does not exist. Doorknobhead says carrot abuse. Gibbler says, owing to my dry spell, the Gobi Desert.
I'm confused now. So are we wet or dry? Or I don't understand. I can't keep up.
You can be.
It depends what your sex life is.
What's the question? Sex life was a country. Oh, Jesus.
Gary says, Australia. Plenty of beating about the bush.
That's a good one.
50 years ago, I could have said that it would be like the Vatican, but that's not true anymore.
Godless Sewing says, in the past, I was America in 1999 with open borders, and now I'm Canada with closed borders. Godless Scummer says North Sentinel Island, and then retracted it. God the Good One says Turkey. It's totally filthy.
I was actually going to say Turkey.
Were you? Why were you going to say Turkey?
Because I love a meaty kebab.
Everybody I've ever met from Turkey has expressed that they're not so much happy as living in the United States as they are just to be the fuck away from Turkey.
Nerdy says nothing like a good turkey stuffing. Uhan says Vegas. We can't talk about what happened there in public. Manda.
I don't know. It's just, I guess Ireland or Northern Ireland, whatever.
That's going to be very awkward now. Math Big.
I don't know. Northern Ireland.
You can't be Northern Ireland. You're already there. You have to go.
Anywhere where you can buy inflatable sheep.
There you go. Yeah.
Chad says, I'm going based on relations with other countries, geopolitically speaking. I don't think that makes sense, but I say Norway. I'm a total Chad. Susan says, I'm bad at geography, so I have no answer. Trans Atheist says, Pangea, because it split apart millennia ago. Chad says, Northern Ireland would not be a stable sex life.
It is. It's full of explosions, and then you have a peace treaty, and then there's more explosions.
I would pick Fiji.
Why Fiji?
Because it's really small and really, really far away.
Well, that's kind of me. Am I a country?
Julie says Scotland, easy access.
Wow. Yeah, the kilts, right?
Never Again says the frozen. I'm heading to the Bahamas so I can get brown and thaw out. Oh, they're terrible. Jenny,
What?
what's your answer?
I told you once.
What?
Fiji.
Oh, you just did. I'm going to give my Did everyone answer?
I'll write it down and
Did
send
you
it in an
give?
email.
Yeah.
No. Uhan says Switzerland. We will play with anyone.
Give
Nerdy
that.
says France because everyone is always revolting. I'll go with Singapore. Looks fun.
What? That's your answer, Dave?
Yeah.
That's a shit answer.
Yeah. You know that's bullshit.
Jeff says Australia because it doesn't exist. Wait, I haven't got a clue what to answer. That's the worst thing. I quite like the Switzerland answer.
The time between everybody else answers, you have all that time.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about everyone's answers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
by thinking he means.
Chad says Singapore is super strict. You can't chew gum in public. All right, I might not like that.
You can't
Right.
chew gum in public, or you can't dispose of it in public in an inappropriate way.
Nerdy says no one expects the French Revolution.
No.
Ginger Nation says Africa because it's dying from starvation. Is it at the moment? I don't think it is. Might be wrong.
Africa's not a country, right?
That's true.
Continent. Yeah.
Africa's a really big fucking place.
Is it? Oh, it looks tiny on a map. Yay, big.
Yeah.
Are we going to start singing "We Are the World"?
We are the world. Right. Next
Do they
question.
know it's Christmas after all?
They don't.
We are the world.
No,
We are
They
the
do. There's more
no,
fucking Christians.
no.
This is going
Next.
badly.
The chat keeps requesting more singing.
No, shut the fuck up. Next.
No, don't do it. Hey, I'm gonna interrupt here because this is going badly. Don't sing, people. Scientist and Mel. Quick question before Dave goes to his next thing. Why do you look like a hobo?
Why do I look like a hobo?
Yeah, I know
Because it's
you're getting
cold.
into all this hippie stuff, but you
Yeah,
know,
I'm clearly a homeless person, and
yeah,
She
I
doesn't
know.
You
look
know.
like a hobo.
I'm not the one with a carrot on my sweater. But you should go get that cleaned or something. I don't know what's going on with you, so.
And she doesn't look like a hippie either.
I'll have you know, I cleaned the tip today.
Oh, you need to cover that.
So that answers your question as to whether or not he can suck his own carrot.
He probably can, but I don't know. He might break his back or something, and you don't want to go out that way.
He's wearing a jumper. He can just stretch it up and put it right in his mouth.
You've been thinking about the logistics.
See, that
We're all
smile
trying
says,
to
"I've
avoid
done
it.
that."
Right, next question.
I have a onesie, Nerdy wrote it. I'm just saying. I have several. It's fine. Maybe I'll wear one. There's a giraffe one I have. It's cute. And a bunny.
I really should be playing my Star Trek game. Why do I do this?
This is fun.
You do love that Star Trek game, don't you?
Mel looks
Because
like
we
a
can
night
have a lot
elf
more
with the
fun than
hood.
some game about some child's movie.
Not a child's movie. Right. Nerdy
have
wants to
no
see you in the
idea
bunny
how many
outfit.
snowmen I've killed today.
Nerdy wants to see you in the bunny outfit. Is that why you've got one of their noses? Right, next question. Shh. Question 1330. If you were asked to give up your dose of the COVID-19 vaccine for someone else, would you?
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
no. They can get it from some anti-vaxxer who doesn't think they need it.
I guess it depends on the person, but being in the U.S., a lot of people are like, I'm highly skeptical about, vaccines and all. There's the microchips they're going to put on there as I tweet that from my phone that's being tracked, but whatever. So I don't know. It depends. I think there's probably going to be enough. But we probably won't get it till spring or summer.
I think there will ultimately be enough. God says yes. Chad says yes, I can handle isolation measures better than most. Nerdy says no vaccine for you, it's mine. Chad says Jenny can have mine. Granny says it depends on who's asking. Sewing says yes, if I really love the person. No, it's a stranger. Never Again says I'm quite positive they wouldn't have a dose for me anyway. I'm so far down the list, so sure, please go first. Jeff says no, fuck other people. That tends to be the spirit of this show. Randolph says, I'd give it up to someone else, especially if they are in need. Well, the theory is they wouldn't be. You're talking about your normal place in the list. So everyone that has a greater need should already have been got. I mean, I don't know how it works in America. That's how it works here. In America, the greater need seems to be how much money you've got.
Yeah.
Johan says, something, Bill Gates, New World Order, poison sheeple. God says, can we sell it?
5G.
And we sell it.
God said that no. Trans Atheist says, yes, what don't kill you makes you stronger. But they can still kill you. And no, that's not true either. Especially with this one. This doesn't kill you, it can make you ill for the rest of your life. Jenny, oh, you already picked. Robbie.
Yes, probably would.
Yes, you probably would. Manda. Has vanished. I don't think I would. I
Really well, this.
I know. It's just weird. Half of us would give it up, half wouldn't. Yeah.
I'm always particularly fond of the snoring noises that the people in the stream can't see or hear. I find that quite interesting.
You might want to see a doctor, Stool, if you're hearing snoring noises from the stream.
Yeah, whatever, hoodie.
Yes.
Ginger Nation says,
I've
it
been
depends
to
on
the
the
woods
person.
to discover myself.
No, I haven't.
All right, I've had it with this chat. Who's better looking, Stool or Mel? One for Mel, two for Stool.
Hashtags Team Stool.
Dave,
Listen,
in the bathroom and she can hear you and says her answer is no.
Her answer is no, she wouldn't give it up. Fair enough.
Oh my goodness. That's fine. Oh my goodness.
We got a £5 super chat from Jeff. We should use the distribution of the vaccine to do a bit of selective culling. Just saying. We can start with the people that are too dumb to take the vaccine. Ginger Nation says, it depends on the person. If it was some rich arsehole, then no. But if it was an elderly person or a friend, then yes, because gingers are invulnerable. And he signed up for the vaccine testing. And Judy says, that is not how it works in America.
Is there another ginger in the chat?
No, but it's the word disturb. Who was number 2 and who was number 1?
Mel is number 1. Stool is number 2.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I could have sworn you said
sure.
that. I could have sworn you said the stool was 1.
Hang on,
No.
time out. Hang on. Have you not got a block set up in your chat thing to block gingers?
No, we've never had a ginger turn violent, so we let them in.
Really?
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Mel, or I
Yes.
mean Stool. You know Mel is a ginger there.
Yeah, she's also a scientist, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. Stool can't keep up. It's all right. I just let him live in his own little world of solitude and sadness, and I just let him believe.
I can keep
He has
up.
access to the Fortress of Solitude.
I wish. Then he
Oh,
could go
that
and
would be
learn
so
some
cool.
things. You know, he could put the crystals in and then hear Jarrell tell him all things about the world, but he probably wouldn't pay attention. So it's okay.
It's got a really good air conditioning system.
It really does. But then his little, floppy carrot would shrink even further, and I don't know that he'd be a fan of that. So
Mel won, by the way. Team Stool failed.
nobody wants to support somebody with the name Stool. It sounds like poo, man. Like for real. It sounds like a big giant dump.
I'll recount. You lost.
Todger's Stool.
Go to the Supreme Court and see if they'll throw out the results.
It's
I'm
clearly
just wondering if you
fraud.
can do that.
Klingon High Council.
Well, I think it would be only fair for the Supreme Court to throw out the results and put Trump as president. I mean, after all. Oh, never mind. It's not a good idea.
Nerdy says we won in Alaska and Wales. What, Trump? I highly doubt it.
Oh, Lord. Please don't say things like that.
Little godless granny figured it out. Nobody else did.
Making Stool number 2 adds to the poop idea.
Yeah, I got it. It's not funny. Got it. You
I
guys
think-
are so infantile and juvenile.
We're not the one with the carrot shirt, man. Come on. Whipping out your carrot for everyone to see and playing with it. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm also not the one who's been finding peace with the hoodie.
Well, at least you have something to play with later on tonight. Oh, Jenny got all wizard up on us.
You got a problem with hoodies, punk?
Jenni Morgan the red, which is further on the Gandalf the grey, man.
Stool, you're going to have to take your hat off to compete.
I can't take my hat off. No, I took my hat off. I think it was about 3 weeks ago, and I'm never going to do it again.
Because we talked about the shape of his skull.
No, the reflection burned out his camera.
Shut
Julie says,
up.
with it. Julie says Trump is not a real redhead either. I'm not convinced his hair is real.
I don't think it is.
It is real. It's just really long, and they fold it over like several times to cover the
It is.
square footage.
It takes
The
a
square
team of
footage?
sailors.
It is real. He's got bits on either side that grow very long, and he does this weird thing where he wraps it around.
And why is it orange?
Well, because
It's
he's
to match his
pasted orange.
skin.
I
You
had
know?
a dear friend of mine, Tom. I won't say his last name. He might be listening. No, I don't. As he we
Oh,
had
I'm
together,
in trouble.
as
I'm
he
in
got-
trouble
as
for
he
not
got
reading
older
the rest
and
of it.
older, when we were young, he parted his hair in the middle, and the older he got, he would start to move it over to the side so he could cover the bald spot. And
Yeah.
the last time I
Exactly
saw
what
him,
I'm
his
thinking.
part was about here.
I've got to read Julie's state thing because I only read a bit of it. Julie said Trump is not a real redhead either. His hair was brown when he was young. Now it's white and sparse. So his toupee is dyed orange to match the rest of him.
It's not a toupee. It is his hair.
He's got hair. He's got extensions.
He's got extensions. He's also got scars on the back of his scalp where he had I don't know what you call it, where they do that thing where they pull your hair, where they pull your
A
scalp
brain
back.
installed.
Implant removed.
Whatever they call it. This is old stuff that's decades old. I don't understand you Americans how you don't know this stuff. I'm just a
If
stupid.
Trump doesn't
Yes,
say it on
yes.
Twitter, it doesn't happen.
I know this stuff.
He got out of the Vietnam War because he has skull spurs.
Skull spurs.
Did you see Bot Sentinel has rated his Twitter as 100% problematic?
That was funny.
I want to know.
That was very funny.
I want to know
Skull
what is going
spurs.
to happen to Trump afterwards with for Twitter. I'm assuming he's going to leave the country. 'Cause-
No, Dave, you've got a schedule to keep up. Don't do it. Don't go there. We'll be here forever.
I just want to know if he's going to stay on Twitter.
Save it for another stream.
The entire stream. Right. Next question. Excuse me. Right. Question 1331. If there was a machine that could tell you the exact time of your death from just one drop of blood, would you use it? There is also an author's note on this. It says, "No, Math Pig, you cannot alter anything about your death. Stop trying to change my frigging questions."
You watching Gattaca too much, were you?
Yeah,
I did not
Gattaca,
write-
for real. That was a
I did
Gattaca.
not-
I was about to say the same thing, Math Pig. High five.
I watched it last week. Like, I fucking love that movie.
It's great. It's
I did
great.
not
We're
write this
moving that
question.
way.
So I missed the memo, Dave. Sorry, what was the question?
What was the question? Or the memo? The question is, if there was a machine that could tell you the exact time of your death from just one drop of blood, would you use it?
Well, seeing as I'm not allowed to know, then no, because you're an asshole. So like, you just ruined the fun, you know. Just
Again, I didn't write the question or the note.
Just taking orders, hey Dave. Just
Yes.
taking orders.
Just taking orders. Yandiri says, yes, I'm an edgelord, I will do it. Jeff says no. Ginger Nation says it would be useless because gingers don't die, we respawn. Julie says, yes, I would use the machine that told me the exact time of my death because it would inform my credit card decisions. Monica Man says, I wouldn't. Nerdy says, yes, it would It would be awesome to know when I'm going to get hit by a bus. Exactly. Godless Granny says yes. Never Again says no. It would take all the fun and the mystery. And I wouldn't believe it anyway.
Who needs a machine? I just set up a date and put, hung a countdown calendar on my Twitter.
Yeah, Mario Cat says, but if you do, you would be able to alter it. No, you can't alter it.
How can you not alter it?
Because
it's under the note.
That's what the author
You can't alter it, what it says, but you can make it right or wrong.
Do you not
No,
understand
that's
science?
when you're going to die. No matter what.
can't
Every attempt.
You can't alter the future, Science Isabel.
Can you not?
No.
Technically, you can alter this because you could kill yourself.
God, you're so crap at this.
Exactly.
No, it wouldn't work. It would fail.
You fail if you jump off of the Empire State Building.
You would survive and be horribly crippled for the rest of your life.
Horribly crippled.
I'd go for the Grand Canyon. It's a much better view.
So this is basically Groundhog Day until the date happens. Is that what we're doing here?
You would survive. The date you are given that you will die on is when you will die.
So does that make us invulnerable and invincible up until then?
There is some sort of yes.
Oh, then
So are you
So
saying
again,
Not
Groundhog
invulnerable.
Day until we die.
Affected, you just still be alive. Like you said, you would be crippled if you jump.
I mean, you can go and stop a bank robber and get yourself shot to pieces. You'll just survive.
This
This
is
is
a terrible
basically-
question.
No, it's a lovely question. This is
No,
basically
it's
Bruce.
terrible. It's
People would think
absolutely
you're-
terrible.
You
People
know
would think
what?
you're really tough if you did that.
Science Isabel,
We're talking
Be
Wolverine
quiet
tough
for a
here.
second, because I love this question, because this is kind of like Bruce's Millions, the film,
Yeah, I'm familiar with Brewster's Millions.
where even
Oh yes.
though you know the future, what's going to happen, doesn't matter how hard you try to change the future, you can't do it.
I mean, everybody's going to die at some point, and so it's just
Not
like
me.
this. This is kind of like, I don't know. I'm not impressed with this question.
God the Good One says, I don't like this question. Can you change it? Something Math Pig would like you to ask. No. Chad says, sure, I would have a hard deadline to get shit done if it matters. Chance to sort my affairs. Randolph says, no, I wouldn't use it. I don't want to know. Ox says, not really. My fate is in the hands of the Great Mother. No machine can change the outcome. Well, this is my point. You can't change the outcome. All the machine will do is to let you know.
So this
Yeah.
is predestination crap.
The outcome is
Yeah.
the same. You
Yes.
can't change that.
Godless Scummer says, no, because I'll be pissed off when I find out that loads of people I hate are going to outlive me. And I'll never get to piss on their graves.
Well, kill them.
Yeah, you can kill them first. As long as it's me.
Unless their date is after yours, then they'll just be debilitated for the rest of their lives, and I guess you could laugh at
I'm
them.
going to say, you can live with that.
And you'll be in jail. That's great. Waiting
Well,
on
if
the
you know
date
you're
of
gonna die tomorrow.
electrocution.
Pork Granny says, nope. Maricat says, yes, then yes. Chad says, suicide is an option, but otherwise your heart just stops a la Death Note. No, because no, it's not an option.
You know, Death Note would have been a better question. If you had
What?
the Death Note, and you could kill somebody, how would you have them die? That is a better question.
We've had that question.
Well, I missed it. I'm sorry.
You seem
What's
to
a-
be
what-
a little
what's a
obsessed
death
about
note?
killing people today.
I know, I was thinking that.
Well,
She prefers to
maybe.
kill
I
people
don't
than
know.
die.
Mel,
I'm
what's
quite tired of horrible people doing awful things. So, I'm an American. That's what we do.
Mel, what's a Death Note?
Oh, you have to look that up. It's a graphic novel. Essentially, it's like a little book that a demon owns. And if you have it, you can write down how a person dies in it and they die that way.
Oh,
Dave,
Yes.
can I have a little machine that punches out, the old-fashioned ticker tape stuff from the 50s in America
Yeah.
with little holes in it?
Yeah.
Can I stand and read the ticker tape that's about 200 foot long that gives me the answer how and when I'll die? Can I have that, please?
No.
Well, you're a dick, because that's an awesome way to learn how to die.
Is it in Morse code?
No, it's computer puncture holes in ticker tape. What is wrong with you people? You don't understand.
It's like holes and so you can read what the holes are saying to you.
Magic decoder ring.
She calls herself a scientist. I laugh at this.
Well, that's okay. You failed chemistry. I didn't. So, whatever.
Yes.
You got the celery around there?
What?
What, Mr. Celery?
Mr. Celery.
Yeah, he's right here.
Apparently Death Note is on
so
Netflix.
Cute.
Jeff says, Death Note, I can kill people just by writing their name down. Stalin, bitch, please. No. There you go. Ox says, Mel is working on becoming an evil overlord. She's got the degree already.
I'm trying,
Degree.
Degree. Yes, still the output of Dave's machine is ticker tape solidarity. Fair enough. Right, next question. Penultimate question.
I didn't answer, neither did you.
What was your... I've forgotten what the question is. Would you?
How dare you skip Amanda?
I know. Amanda, would you use it?
Always. What was the question?
If there was a machine that could tell you the exact time of your death from just one drop of blood.
No, actually, because I was going to talk about this. It's one of the reasons that I think that the death penalty is really, really wrong. Because honestly, knowing exactly when you're going to die and having that, kind of countdown up to it, there is nothing more horrific than that. That's a terrible thing to have holding over your head. Each day that passes, and then as the date gets closer, you think.
But you already know, surely.
What?
I mean, I can guarantee that you're going to die in the next 120 years.
Yes, but knowing exactly. So you
That's
look
a proper
at,
scientist.
You look at, you have. Is this my last piece of chocolate cake ever? Is this the last time I'm going to see this person ever? Did I take that moment to say what I needed to say? Like, it's fucked.
Yeah, but that's it's called life.
I got a little bit bored there. Sorry, Amanda, but yeah, whatever. Dave, Amanda mentioned cake.
Okay.
Dave, do you have any of your cake left? Because
Yes.
the lovely people inside chat have not seen your big, massive cake.
There's only half of it left.
Let's see your cake, Dave. Make yourself big. Come on.
He's going to eat it all. He's going to eat it all. He's going to put all that cake in his mouth and eat it like he's a Charles Dickens orphan.
I thought he
wanna
was going
see
to bring up one
Dave
of
eating
Aaron's
cake.
penis cakes.
Orange penis cakes.
I think I want to send Floppy Carrot an orange penis cake just so he can eat it live on a live stream. I think. Would you do that, Floppy Carrot? If I send you an orange penis cake, will you eat it live?
Sure.
I'll do anything for you, Scientist and Mel, because here's why. You still have not given me my pen.
It's right here.
That's right.
Dude,
You
it's like
charlatan.
right here.
You're
It's
a
a nice
grifter,
pen.
you're a fraud, you're a charlatan.
To
You're
be
a
fair,
snake, old Dave Pelton.
right, not delivering things you're meant to deliver, I think I'm failing worse at the moment. I've still got a pile of boxes there that just need shipping out that I haven't shipped.
Yeah, where's my trophy, Dave?
It's just there. It's the 1, 2, 3, third from the bottom. Did you get a package today?
Walk over to the border.
Oh, that was you.
I like how he's third from the bottom, not on the top.
That was you.
What do you mean that? I don't know what you're talking about.
Because Amanda denied sending it.
Wait. So it was Dave?
It must have been Dave.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Why are you so pleased?
I told you it wasn't me.
Dave, did you send me a bright neon green mankini?
Oh,
Like
Kate,
Borat style?
it finally showed up.
So it didn't
No,
happen.
Dave sent it to you. That happened,
You should do like a picture and do green screen, and then you can put whatever you want on it, man.
I can't breathe.
You could put like a carrot on it.
Yeah, you can do a carrot. You can put Stool's face and write on the money shot. You know what I mean?
Have you tried it on yet?
Oh no, that would be creepy.
Yeah, like I said, now that I know it's from Dave, I have to see it on.
Oh, it doesn't show.
You won't show.
Please model it, please.
For science, we can do a whole experiment about your mankini.
I promise I will not do a screen dump.
Robbie,
Yes, dear.
thanks today, so my turn.
Hmm?
Not
Pardon?
for anybody else, just for me. It looks just like Borat's.
Fucking awful looking.
I'm sorry, I didn't like anything on your wish list, so I just picked something else.
Ah,
Everything on the wish list is actual stuff, though.
Yes.
I
I
feel
thought you wanted
really
something
quite
fun.
unpleasantly ill right now because the image of Word Pig in a mankini, a luminous green mankini, saying "potato, potato, potato."
well, as long as he puts the potato in the front, it'll be okay.
Oh, we'd be
it
fine.
would be an awesome gift.
Well, Granny says it's too small.
Yeah.
In a fight with her neighbor, she stole his dog and dyed it key lime green.
I am reliably informed from the website that it is very stretchy.
Hang on, what are you looking at now? Are you actually looking at mankinis?
No. His mother says that it's too. That Robbie said it was too small to her.
So you're looking at Robbie's mother's website about mankinis? This is weird. This is really weird.
Is it ruched?
I want to know why you didn't ask me when you had a random thing
Didn't
turn
I
up.
say that was absolutely Dave? I think it's just because he didn't believe me. He thought I sent it.
Do they actually have luminous green ones?
It's pretty fucking green, like.
Yeah.
I can't. Why would they not? I mean, if you're going to wear something like that to begin with, does the color really matter?
No.
You know, I'm really a big fan of the green screen because I think you could put like galaxies on there and be like, baby, I'm going to take you to the stars. You know, it's just something you can play around with that. You have green screen capabilities with Manda, man. Make it cool.
Pork Granny says she thought it was Manda. Jeff
I
says,
don't know why everybody thinks it was me.
because you've got a twisted mind. Who the hell would send him a mankini?
That's the guy who sent him the mankini.
It was
Right,
Stool.
there you go. It's on Twitter now. So there you go.
Jeff says, I'm pretty sure Team Skeptic wore a mankini on his Halloween stream, but forgot he was wearing it when he left to answer the door for some trick-or-treaters. I'm surprised that didn't make the
Oh
newspapers.
God! And he didn't get arrested.
Forget. No.
Right.
Nuh-uh, Dave.
What? What?
Answer the question.
I already did.
Oh, sorry.
I would never in a million years wear a mankini.
Yeah, you would. And,
I bet you would for $1,000 super chat.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God!
in fact, I guarantee you probably already have.
Yeah, you got to here for everybody in the chat who wants to see it. There it is.
Mankini.
I'd do that.
You know, you just want to look at this part.
Trans Atheist. Oh shit. Trans Atheist has got a live stream in half an hour. Robbie will give a link to it as he's organised. Yuhan says they're wearing one right now.
I don't know, Randolph. I've never watched Borat.
The
No, I've never
latest
watched
film I
Borat
thought was
either.
pretty funny. I thought the latest film was pretty funny.
Oh, can we do the next question? I need to
Yes.
breathe. I really need to breathe.
Hey, what is it, Dave?
Right. It's penultimate question.
What question? Thank you.
Question 1332. Would you rather always get horny at midnight or always get horny while at work?
What happens if you get both?
No, you can't. If you get horny at one, you don't get horny at the other.
Well, then midnight, obviously.
Yeah, what if I work third shift?
Okay. You're screwed. Because that's not really your midnight. I got a super chat for 10 Bulgarian... What the hell do Bulgarians have? I've forgotten. Bulgarian ends.
It's
10
like
Bulgarian
25
ends.
pence.
Say again? It says, why are you Dave Hyphen? Because Dave was taken 15 years ago? And hello, Shofty.
Also, Dave's not here.
I've known Shofty for 15 years. Long time.
I'd like some Bulgarian dollars, please. They look sexy.
They're not dollars.
Or whatever they are. Can I have some, please?
He wants some Bulgarian pence.
Oh, is that bastard's over there too?
More like 12.
Oh. I would go for midnight because I don't work at that time, so I guess that would be okay, and that would make interesting dreams, which I already have, so it's fine.
Right, they're called Lebs. Bulgarian Lebs.
The L word.
He broke his thing trying to find the link. Ox says, just because I can, peace, $5. Thank you very much.
Give all your money to Dave. Just give it all.
I
Give
got
it
a
all
question.
to Dave.
You say at midnight, is that when you start, or is that the moment that you orgasm?
That's when you start to get horny.
Oh, I see.
Godless Granny says, I would settle for getting a horny period.
Dave, you
Maricat
posted
says
the wrong
midnight.
one.
Say again?
You posted the wrong link.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. That one's in 6 days.
Oh, you're right. That's when it's in 6 days.
Yeah, it's not on their channel. It's on Justin's channel. Boom.
Oh!
Stay informed. Stay informed.
Fucking amateur.
Damn. Right. I've lost track of everything. Yandiri says midnight. Never again says work, because I work at home now and at midnight. It would just wake me up. Grins. Monica Man says midnight for sure. Chad says depends on how helpful and cute my workers are.
Oh my god. You don't want to be put on a list.
Stool!
Yes, hello.
Work or midnight?
I forgot the question. What is the question?
Would you rather always get horny at midnight or always get horny while at work?
Dude, you must realise that we get bored with this. Okay. Well, I would go for neither of the above.
You have to go for one.
Oh, well, fuck. Yeah, this is why I hate your quiz. Question again, but say it slowly.
Would you rather always get horny at midnight or always get horny while at work?
I'm going to go for midnight.
Midnight. You know you're normally streaming at midnight.
I've never streamed in my life.
Okay.
I think streamers are weird.
So you were either always horny or hungry. Sometimes both. Oftentimes both. Sometimes horny for your food. So, I'm just saying.
You know, both
I've seen
orifices
how excited
completely
he gets.
filled. That's how he is.
Manda.
Are you repressing me?
Oppressing.
No,
I said
repressing.
midnight.
You said night. Randolph says it depends on the type of work, but for most types of work, the midnight option seems more appropriate. Ox says midnight. That way, the people next door don't complain about the noise.
Where do
That's
I
big.
work?
Wherever you last worked.
Do I work at Math Pig's pawn shop where they sell sheep?
Yes. Sure. Is that where you worked previously?
Me?
I plead the fifth.
You're in the UK. You are not allowed to plead the fifth.
Not only are you not allowed to plead the fifth, in court we are allowed to imply silence as guilt.
Oh my gosh, the British in the UK. All of that.
Stop repressing my rights, man.
Robbie, come
And
on.
you have porn
Midnight.
regulations.
Midnight. Jenny.
Well, I've done both, so I'm not sure. That was a joke, by the way. Nobody like that at all. That was.
How is that a joke?
I haven't done both. You think I would masturbate at work?
Yes.
No,
Who would do that?
no, exactly. Who would do that? I would take
Manda, why did you do that?
I would take midnight because there's somebody I know I could call.
I mean,
Mando.
if your work is porn, then masturbating at work seems completely conducive for your work environment.
Godless Sewing says midnight because it's always tomorrow in Australia.
If you're masturbating as part of your job function, shouldn't it have a different name?
I suppose that's true,
Fluffer.
but if you're
That's
horny
what I
while
was
you're in the
thinking.
middle of your job and your
Okay.
job is a sex worker type of job, I would think that would sync up really well for, profits.
My
And
question is, if you're
I don't know.
masturbating for profit, the question is who
Robbie,
are you masturbating?
Yeah, but what if your job is just keeping the no, I can't say it. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about fluffers?
Fluffer keeps other people hard.
Yeah.
I
That's what
know.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Keeping
Dave,
the fluffer jars filled.
Dave,
I'm sorry.
I'll go with work. Stool, stop it! Oh, look at you.
Stool has no shame at all in any circumstance whatsoever.
Shame.
Shame.
Where's my bell? I need to ring
Oh,
the bell
no.
of shame.
Don't ring the bell of shame.
Right.
Please don't ring the bell of shame.
Last question. Question 1333. Would you rather have the legs of a frog or the arms of a mantis shrimp?
Oh,
Ooh.
mantis shrimp would be really fun for poking people, like,
why do you need to poke people, yo?
because you've got mantis arms. They're really good at it.
You just send them
They're
flying across the room.
They're really, really strong, like bullet gun level
Yeah.
stuff.
Super pokes.
Bugs.
Only on Facebook, folks.
Yeah. Another 1,000 subscribers and Dave gets super pokes.
Super bugs.
And if
Wait.
your legs are frog legs, you'd never be able to go to France.
Yes, you would. Chad says, "Are they to scale?" Yes, they are to scale. Your frog's legs would be the same as your length as your current legs, but you would be able to jump the equivalent height of the same scale frog, and the same with the mantis shrimp arms. You would have arms with the thick claws that can move faster than the speed of sound and generate.
Oh, now I'm interested.
I see.
Super pokes.
Super pokes. Godless
They do
Saying
this?
says, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but pinching people's butt can only go so far before it gets
Yeah, but you do
boring.
it before they hear you coming.
Look, they have long
Good
legs.
point.
Say again?
They have long legs.
Who do?
These things that you're talking about, which I don't think are real, but whatever.
Mantis shrimps
They
or
have-
frogs?
Mantis shrimp.
Mantis shrimp are absolutely real.
It doesn't matter
are
what legs
real.
they've got. We're talking about their
Do
arms.
you not watch David Attenborough, the patron saint of science in your country? Oh my God.
Yeah, get back to me when you can pronounce Attenborough correctly. Scientism. No.
Attenborough! It's Attenborough! Oh my god! He has an entire theater, TRE by the way, in the Natural History Museum, which I've been to.
Why
Right
would there be a
next to the
theatre in a
giant...
wait. Why would there be a
Whatever.
theatre in a museum?
Well, he does have actually a film theater within the Natural History Museum of London where they
Most-
show all of his work.
Oh, I see.
That-
You know, I understand.
Most
that.
IMAX theaters are in museums.
Dave,
But you can go check it out.
Robbie,
how do you pronounce microwave?
microwave.
Oh, don't go there.
Microwave.
Did you, yeah, there you go.
Microwave.
That's wrong.
Watch the Planet Earth series with David Attenborough. For real, it's amazing.
Let me catch up on the chat. Godless saying frogs' legs because they are great for jumping and eating. Yandiri says frog so I can jump high. Chad says it's more of a hammer stool. What's a hammer stool?
Team
Ox says
stool.
a mantis shrimp can crack open seashells with its hits. Jeff says shrimp arms because I don't want my legs to end up as a delicacy in France.
Also in various parts of Arkansas, Mississippi as well. I'm just saying.
And probably Quebec.
What kind? Are there any superpowers involved with my new shrimp arms?
No, they're just mantis shrimp arms.
They're just literally click, click, click.
Have you
Yep,
not
that's
seen
it.
any videos of mantis shrimps? I mean, you can't put them in a normal tank because they literally smash the glass of the tank.
Oh, why would I watch videos of such things? Are you
Because
weird?
they are
you
so
want
cool.
to learn. You need to learn, Floppy Carrot. You need to learn things. And sometimes these videos help with that.
Stop acting like a Tory.
I'm trying to learn. I'm erring on the this thing,
Yeah.
but I'm intrigued about the leg thing.
So you're a leg man.
No, I've got legs and mine are very fine. So I'm thinking
Are
about my
they?
body for the future. Should I get rid of the legs and have little shrimp legs, or should I have?
No, you wouldn't
things
have
that go
shrimp
click, click,
legs.
click?
You'd have frog's legs.
What if you got frog legs? Though, where are you going to get shoes?
I'm going for the clicky clicky things.
You're going for the mantis
Where would you get
shrimp
gloves?
hands. You wouldn't. You have to wear mittens.
Oh, I do
Mario-
love mittens. Mittens are awesome.
There you go.
Mittens are the future.
Shrimp mittens for school.
You can get some lovely mittens that tie you up. No, right. Mario Cat says frog legs. They are pretty useful. Harmonica Man says I would take the frog's legs. Where does camera go? I would take frog legs so I can still play the harmonica. It would be quite the show. What are you trying to show? Oh, the mantis shrimp.
If I had frog legs, could I still tap dance?
Of course.
Okay.
You would just have to have specialized tap shoes to go over your frog feet. If frog feet are still a part of the frog legs, which has not been discussed yet.
What about frog socks?
Well, see, that's the thing. We need to know whether or not we have frog feet along with the frog legs. Or
Yes,
if
you have frog feet.
You have frog feet, so you would need frog socks associated with the frog legs.
Well, then I could sell those flippers that I bought for scuba diving.
You could, or you could put taps on the bottom of those and do scuba diving style tap dance, which is extremely niche, but might make a lot of money. I don't know.
Well, maybe in Bermuda, but not in Lake Michigan.
There might be OnlyFans for naked frog leg scuba dive tap dancing. I don't know about that.
I've seen certain films that make it sound like the frog's legs are these long, luxurious legs that you can dance with that are fantastic.
Just paint them green.
God, that was
and
the
it's-
WB, remember? My baby.
Oh,
Yes,
the
it
baby,
was.
oh,
That was Michigan. Oh my God. I used to work at the WB stores. Michigan J Frog, I believe. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Is
You
it
can
that
have his
one, Amanda?
frogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Michigan J Frog. Yep. He only dances for people privately. He's a private dancer like Tina Turner.
And like me with the Mankini. Private
All right.
dancing.
WB.
Chad says, I would go with the mantis shrimp and dominate the UFC until I had enough to be lazy and smoke pot forever. Mario Cat says, frog legs are more easily adaptable. Silver Birch says, frog legs and become a triathlon champion. And apparently they don't eat frog's legs in Quebec. Shofty says, might as well take both free superpowers. Can't have both, you've got to have one or the other. That's the would you rather.
Last question's always a would you rather.
It is. Silver Birch says, can't play guitar with shrimp arms. Ox says, only problem with frog's legs, you keep hitting your ass on the ground when you land. So you need to make sure you've got a decent sized bum for cushioning.
Superhero landings. That's
if you had the frog legs though, you could like take the baby out for a walk and be done in like 3-4 steps.
Boing. Maricat said, I've missed my hands. Chad says, mittens are great, loafers are better. Laces are for suckers. Catnip says, I'd rather have mantis shrimp arms. Never Again says, the idea of doing personal business using shrimp arms does not appeal. Frog legs. You would be able to, in theory, do your personal business and then use your claws to move the air in such a way it would clean everything. It would be like air blasting it. No, that might not work.
Okay, I thought you meant like answering emails, not masturbation. So maybe I'm a bit different here.
Could I make a special request for Doberman pincher legs?
No.
How about arms?
You could send me a question if you can come up with the alternative to it that people might want.
You need to get some kind of voting system going on here, Dave, because all I'm hearing is idiots inside chat who want legs, and to be honest, that's stupid. So you need a voting system because we all know that the future is fucking
Spatula hands.
Frog's legs and spatula hands. Mel!
Special hands, yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of down with the shrimp arms because the frog legs do not give you near as much as the shrimp arms do. I'm just saying.
Stool?
The frog legs, I mean, whatever.
The scientist agrees with me. Fuck you all, side chat.
Well, then just pick the shrimp arms then.
I'm going for the shrimp. Did they make a clicking noise?
Yes. It happens faster than the speed of sound, so it's louder than you think, because you can basically get a sonic boom every time you...
You're just making shit up. Anyway, I want the things that make the clicking noise. I'm a big
assuming
fan
they
of
can control it.
Zoidberg.
Uh-huh. Jenny.
Oh, I have to pick, huh?
Unfortunately, that's the point of this entire live stream is to pick things.
Is that the point of it? Really? My God. Do you think he should put that in the description?
Pick the things.
Dave's picking show.
Nobody's worked this fuck out yet.
Shofty says, having mantis shrimp's arms would make me objectively cooler. I have to agree.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I would go for the shrimp arms because it's not usual like frog legs. You see that all the time.
Manda.
You're all just so fickle. You all wanted legs until I said arms, and now you know that I said it.
Just shush.
You just got excited when I explained it because you didn't know what the arms were. Manda.
Well, Pork Granny makes a good point that you would be able to smack the shit out of someone from a distance.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with legs just because you know what it's like playing on a trampoline. That shit is fun. So imagine just being on a trampoline.
Oh,
That's fun.
Amanda.
You're right there.
That's brilliant. That would be so much damn fun.
That
Can
would
I
be
switch?
fun. She's right.
Sure.
Robbie.
Super
There are
pokes.
no rules on this
Super
crazy
Pokes.
show.
Super Poke sounds like a really weird store next to Starbucks.
We have
I'm just saying.
48
What does it
hours
sell?
overnight. It's disastrous.
What?
Super Pokes.
I think I've heard of a Hungarian store that does that.
Do you think that my claws would be sharp on the inside?
Yes.
Very sharp. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sharp?
Oh my god.
All right, Dave.
I'm
Yes,
guessing
I
like
know.
6.
Will answer the question.
So, you're having arms anyway, regardless of what they are. They're going to be forced onto you. Right. On that note,
Wait, did you? I didn't hear. You cut out.
You didn't answer, Dave. That's what
I'm
Amanda's
having-
saying.
I'm having the arms.
What if it was frog arms and shrimp legs?
That's dumb, man.
The shrimp legs are like this. They're just like, and the shrimp arms.
Shrimp
are the
legs!
frog
And
arms.
frog arms!
That's so much dumber.
I'm sorry, Jenny. I didn't mean to be mean. If that came out mean, I'm very sorry. That came out really mean, and I didn't mean for that to come out mean. I
No, it's not-
apologize.
That's not mean at all. It's funny.
Right.
It's like worse than T-Rex arms.
Right, we're going. Does anyone have anything to shill before we go and run away?
Why don't T-Rexes carry purses?
Because they weren't invented yet.
Stool, when's your next show?
My next what?
Your next incredibly popular show.
Say it properly. Come on.
Your incredibly
Build it up.
popular chat show.
Immensely
Thank you.
popular.
Oh shit!
you.
Immensely popular. Sorry.
You are so crap at this. I've no idea. I've got a lot of things to say and a lot of things to do, and I'm really tired of all these anti-science people, such as Scientists and Mel, who talk about fucking globules and molecules and all that weird voodoo stuff. So I think I'll talk about that, and I'll also talk about her dog, who she's called. What was your dog's name again?
I have
Helix.
two. Which one do you want to know?
Helix or globule, whatever you called it.
Nina
I'm
and
now anti-science people, and you're number one on my list, Scientists and Mel. And here's the thing, and I'm going to say this publicly: you are my arch enemy because my streams have been removed, and you get away with things that I can't get away with. You're on my list, my friend. I'm coming from you. I will follow you. I will track you down, and
Which
I
one
will
of you is the bad
destroy
guy
you.
in this?
Yeah, but you're a pimp to a carrot.
It
Right.
is very floppy.
Right, to be fair, the question I asked you was not who you have a vendetta against, why you turned into an evil genius. The question I asked you was, when is your next show?
and then he went into a soliloquy, trying really hard to be Shakespearean.
Yeah, I'm not kind of obsessing about this, but Scientist Mel, I hate you so much for what you've done. I will destroy you. I will track you down and I will destroy you. I really will. Anyhow,
Okay.
I've got nothing to shill. I never have. You know this. Watch my shit or don't. I don't give a shit. Watch these other people's shit because these people are interesting. They're fun and they're intelligent and, they're good people. Sub to them, click the doodahs and watch the fuckers and do the Patreon thing, whatever you want to do. Just ignore me. I'm a dick who wears a hat.
And a
Likes
carrot.
lot of
The
pizza.
carrots.
I have
Oh.
to send you a picture. Oh, triple double dagger like a big box. Oh, yeah.
Mel!
Well, this Saturday I'm going to talk about the COVID vaccine that's
Yay.
come out that the FDA has approved for the US. I know the UK already has the jabs going on for that. So 10 a.m. Central.
Only a 30% mutation rate. They Cronenberg them.
You know, so Saturday we're going to talk about that. Sunday, I believe we're bringing have another episode of This Week in BS with Mero, who is Nervardia in Australia. So we'll be talking about different myths and bad science associated with that. So that's a lot of fun. It's a really cheeky show. So yeah.
Mathpig, put your link in. And what else have you got? Mathpig, what have you got on?
Parallax next week. Have to confirm it yet. He hasn't fucking answered my email, but the last time it took him a week to reply. But that should be happening on the 20th. Nothing for the rest of the year. It'll be January. Oh, New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, I'm going to have a party. I've already arranged. My mother's taking the child, and I will be at 1,000 subscribers. If you all fucking pull the finger out of your arse and get that sorted. I've run out of socks. I can't sub to myself anymore. Come on.
Manda.
Star Wars. Look for a Star Wars stream with me and Angel at some point this week.
Starting tonight.
Well, we wanted to. I don't know. We might just have to skip the movie, but.
You've seen it like a billion times.
Friday we have at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. I have Creaky Blinder on. Sunday I have Secular Sunday Service at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with GE, Dark Matter, Dave, and probably Holy Kool-Aid so far. And then the next weekend we have Chris Shelton to make up for we're going to talk about his book.
Jenny.
Yes.
Just before I ask you, I can say, Nerdy says Disney Star Wars is great, especially Jar Jar.
Fuck off, you make me hate you.
Jenny, where are you going to be?
It's canon. I'm not really sure. Depends on the day and time, I guess.
That's the same for everyone.
When's your next show, Dave?
I don't think it's going to be till next Tuesday again.
Don't ask him that.
Well, I might be on that. We'll find out. We'll see. We got movie night on Friday.
He never stops
Purple's.
streaming.
Shut up, you little guy. I have the floor. Purple Rhymes with Orange has his afternoon and his evening or his midnight stream. I'll generally be bothering him on those. And the hours are beginning to build for a Christmas marathon. I've got about 10 hours scheduled that I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Oh, no, liar. You're doing all 36.
Well, that's what I'm trying for, but it's up to the individual content creators whether or not they want me.
Jenny,
if they don't, that's fine. It's your decision.
I'm also going to shill that if you don't mind.
Yes.
Purple, who is awesome, is doing the Christmas thing for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day for people who might not have people who are around them or who can, can't share a family or whatever. So if you want to be a part of it, get in touch with Purple, and you can do a 1 hour slot or a 2 hour slot or whatever. And it's a good thing. I think you should, maybe look into. You're not going to make money from it, but yeah, whatever.
It's good.
Something to think about.
Purple Rhymes with Orange on Twitter. Thank you very much, Jeff. He super chatted £2 for Misa. Looking forward to Star Wars stream.
Oh God, do watch the Christmas special and let me know what you think about it. For reasons.
We're trying to convince Amanda that should be part of it. Right, on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much to Stool, to Jenny, to Mathpig, to Mel,
Thanks for having me.
and to Amanda. And we will see you all on... Well, I'll see you all Sunday, probably. Other than that, Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.